everyone, this is Deanna the Organized Miss, and I have cleaned off my desk, um, in the last video that I made, and it started to grow again. And I wanted to do kind of a haul, what I found at some vintage estate sales the last several weeks, in between, all the other stuff. If there's a sign on the side of the road that says estate sale this way or that way or wherever, my daughter and I will stop everything we're doing and head to it. And so I have a couple of this and this over here, and these I got at just a thrift store, an actual store, and I have some more on the floor. So I'm not really sure how many of these I'm going to show you, how quickly I'll go through it, but this pile here came from an estate sale where the woman had a very beautiful garden at one point. It's winter and everything's dead now. And it's a very big, almost like English country style home, really beautiful. But her husband had passed away, and it was really falling into disrepair. And so her daughter is planning on purchasing it, renovating it and everything, and building kind of like a mother-in-law cabin in the back for her mom. In the meantime, the house is really full of just things that this couple and family had collected for a lifetime. And so I just got really lucky and found some gardening books and flower books and that kind of thing. But she was a prolific gardener and collector of things. So I'm always on the lookout for an Edith Holden book. And this book has seen better days, but that's okay, because I'm going to use it for, tearing it apart. In fact, it makes me happiest to find books that are already in some, form of disarray, because I don't feel as bad for tearing it up. So that was fun to find this one. And then I just saw this little book and I thought, this is so cute. Again, these books I found kind of up in her attic area. So, just they were piled everywhere. And this one, again, it's falling apart. I don't know how long she's had this book, but I would gather since it was first given to her. And it has some illustrations in here that I have seen online before. So copyright 1910, so it's in the public domain and I can scan them, which I'm certain that I probably will. I have seen some of these online, so they have the illustrations that look like little people and different flowers and little poems to go with them. And I just think that it is darling. And in fact, when I flipped this open, what I saw that first convinced me that I have indeed seen, maybe not all of these, of course, but at least one in particular that I recognized. And yes, very heavily damaged. So again, I'm not going to feel guilty cutting this apart, using it. I will scan maybe that one. No, let's see, the actual flower that well, it is fun to look through all of these. Well, maybe it was one of these up here. Now I'm not seeing it right off. But it was kind of a reddish looking flower. One of the girls in, I don't think it was her. I feel like she was looking that way. Here I am. See, a lot of these are new images I've never seen before, but I think it was one like this, but maybe in red or orange or something. Well, I don't know. Sometimes, you know, you can see something and look right past it. But nonetheless, these are so cute. I think it could have been that one, the poppy. Oh, that's cute. I don't know if it was that one. Yeah, it must have been the poppy that I'll have to go through my graphics and see. I'm sure I can find her. I thought she was facing that way. Anyway, I digress. This book is lovely, and I cannot wait to use it. If I find this photo before I get this edited, I will show it here, the graphic. This one is a lot newer, so I probably will not scan it, but I will cut them up and use them. Just really pretty, colorful imagery. And then the verses, I guess, that talk about them. Little story to go with them. Every flower has kind of a story to go with it. So these were fun. This was a good little, and I will use this as imagery. I'll cut them out or something. Okay, this, I just really loved this, and I don't know that I'll cut it up because I am learning to grow my own herbs and use them for tea and, you know, medicinal purposes, but I just love this. Of course, she has her from the library of stamp on there, but it just goes into all of these various flowers and herbs and things, what they are, how they can be used. So I won't be cutting this one up, but I just loved it. I love it. I just think it's beautiful, but also very functional. It is a little loved, but I'm okay with that. I'm not going to tear it up. Same with this one. I think I was going to use this also for reference. And what's so cool about this is it's kind of like a perpetual calendar, and it gives you like maybe the flowers or things that are in bloom at that time, or things to try to work with or use. Jellies, jams, syrups, soup. Wow. So yeah, I just really like this. So again, this is not getting cut up. But it's going to be a reference book for me. But again, all of these books I got at the One Estate sale, and I think I paid maybe $40 for all of them. I have some more. These are not. Again, this one, I don't think I'm going to cut this one up. I just thought it was a cool, journaling book, maybe reference book, idea book. So I thought that was kind of neat. So I don't think that I will be tearing this one up either. This one is a Amy Vanderbilt Success Program for Women. And it's all about how to have a happy Christmas home and be a great hostess during the holidays. So there's so many neat things, not just recipes, but tips and tricks for decorating and entertaining. I think this was a story. Yeah, so interesting. I will be using this along with my Christmas journaling things. So This definitely has a very vintage smell, like it's been sitting up in that attic for a while. But I think it's lovely. Okay, so then she had, the reason why the estate person charged me a little extra money is because I found some other books in here that she decided were vintage. Obviously this Flower Children, she charged me more than like a buck. I thought this was just fun drawing. I am not an artist. I keep thinking I definitely want to learn. But I really liked this and all the illustrations that come with it, as far as like, you know, drawing fashion images. You know, whether will I use this in a journal? Probably I'll put these in journals. More drawing. I thought these were kind of just fun imagery. And one more, I think, drawing, sketching, fun. And then these, let's see, oh, this was just fun because look, it's just a sticker and seal book for the herbs. That's all it is. I'm sure they probably lost their stickiness, but I thought these were fun and kind of kitschy, you know, very artsy, arts and crafts feeling kind of to me. So that was fun. Now this is some paper dolls, and so she made sure to let me know that these were very valuable. You know, one way or another, I've never actually used any paper dolls in any of my journaling, but I've seen them, and so I thought that would be kind of fun. So this one, so these are ballet paper dolls. Oh, this one's so cute. I forgot this was tucked in there. Oh, she is cute. So I think she probably had some other paper doll books. Again, they were just piled, and I just, you know, picked up a couple things that spoke to me, and more fun paper doll images. 81. So not well, I mean, I guess technically they would be considered vintage, but. And then this book, again, like her home and yard, I could see how she had just had such a beautiful garden at one point. And so this is just English garden style, which is not our garden necessarily, but I thought it was kind of neat. And I would probably use these for journal pages. It's good thick paper, but it's got some really pretty garden illustrations. I like the castles. So, okay, so that's just fun in papers. Then from this same estate sale, let's see if I can put these up somewhere. I guess that was it from that haul. I think I did have some children's books, and they were golden books, and I put them with my little golden books, so I don't have them out. This I just found at this little thrift resale shop in town, and I think this was originally like maybe, you know, the photo included with it, but then they added some stickers or stamps of Queen Elizabeth, and I'm all about Queen imagery as I'm putting together, you know, for my Queen journals. I found this, just like some papers at our local little bookstore. They have, you know, resell all kinds of things, and along with that, since it's, you know, spring, I'm feeling attracted to gardening things. This little book here, really sweet. It just spoke to me, and it was in a, you know, just a little bin that was like, you know, take it. I found some vintage, like in the magazine section, they had a small section of vintage magazines. They sold me for like $1. 1979. Again, spring is speaking to me. Hopefully I'll get a spring journal together, but this was in that same, all these were together. I think this might have actually been on the hobby page, but it's a bunch of Halloween vintage stickers. So Halloween time. And then this like postcard, it had been, you know, already used, but I don't mind. There's quite a few in here of birds that will make great, you know, journal cards in a journal. So that was fun. And then I found a couple of Life magazines. Oh, I cut that out. I thought that'd be fun to put on my journal. And I love, well, maybe not cigarette ads, but I do love to look at old advertising, vintage advertising, and magazines, and even newspapers. All kinds of neat things. So that's, I always, if I find a magazine, now this one just happened to have information about Egypt, which I love, studying ancient Egyptian history, Mesopotamian history. That's kind of like my jam. Yeah, so I found this one, and this one, I didn't even open it up yet. I just said, oh, 1955. I definitely want to see what's in there. And these were the only two Life magazines I had, so of course I bought them. Ah, Raisin Bran cereal. That's great. Non-fattening sweetener. Sweeta. Yeah, fun to see what of these products we still have. Del Monte. So yeah, a lot of good advertising in these. And another, so this and a pack of paper was all together in one shelf. And of course it wasn't sold as brand new. It was, you know, they just had a you know, a sale. They had a $1 and $2 sale, and when I went to ring it up, or, you know, have him check me out, he was like, you know, I told him what areas I got things out of the bookstore, and he's like, why don't I give you all these for $1? I said, I'll take it. So that was pretty neat. Let's see, how long is this video going for? Oh, 20 minutes. Okay, I think I can maybe hustle through it. This was an estate sale that it's still in the back, but I've been wanting to just unbox it here, so, you know, show it to you what I found, because I got a lot of this, which, based on the prices, I thought it was going to be, you know, much more expensive. So like $50 for these, $1, $1.50. So I found a bunch of things that I don't even think this one had a price on it, but I liked that it had a letter in there, an old, you know, marketing sewing kit, right? So Coca-Cola bag, $5. It's more advertising, but this is going to go with the journal that I'm currently kind of gathering things for. But then I also found these, well, I'll do these last. Children's book, couple. It was around Valentine's Day, which is, you know, a lot of these that I found. So all of this, I think these might have actually come from a second sale. The books here were separate. So, nope, this did come with it. Patrick the Fuzziest Bunny. How cute is this illustration? He's actually like, you know, fuzzy. Okay, so then my daughter actually saw these for me, and they are TV guides from September, the year I haven't checked, I haven't opened it up to look, but September, usually around the 7th, 8th, had traditionally always been the time that the Miss America pageant was held. And so this was a TV guide from that week. Well, there was another one, a different year. I'll need to find out which one. Again, September 7th, 1st to the 7th. And then this one was a different time of year. It says Confessions of a Beauty Contest Judge. So this is some good Miss America, you know, history. And so all that to say, I picked these up. Didn't even know, you know, that I'd find anything like that. Let's see, what else did I find? Must be the Mulberry Bush, maybe the song. Yeah, so all of these, I thought these would make some good, fun, you know, vintage ephemera to go inside journals. Always looking for that. And this was a group of cards that I actually got from a local. I actually got these from my local vintage antique store shop here in town that I just love to go to, that my friend owns. And I think I must have gotten these there again. So they're pretty damaged. I always kind of go in there and see what can I rescue from her shelves. And fun. So some of these I'll be able to kind of clean up maybe and use the, you know, I can use the covers, and others I will just use the inside. And sometimes even if it's got a little scribble on it or so, I don't mind, you know, it just shows that it was loved, well loved. But this, maybe I could use the book. Maybe that's what I thought. I could use it as a journal. It's got some damage, but I can make it work. And then maybe use this inside. Yeah, so that's kind of fun. And I'm always looking for some fun maps, and you know, they're always fun to include. And again, the advertising and illustrations are so cool. I'm thinking this must have been 1960. $1946. So again, these are some of these are still not in the public domain, you know, but I can use the images. So I got this because I'm collecting things to go with kind of a circus-y kind of journal. And then last from this haul, but not least, I just got this little book. Oh, here's some more things that came with it. Yes. Again, all part of my $10 haul. I thought these would be great for my Alice in Wonderland, my Queen of Hearts. You know, Queen of Hearts. Several of those. Some more Valentines. So I was going to make a Valentine's journal or spread, but it's when my mom went into the hospital. Not this time, but right before that. So I did put this up as I scanned just the front of this and put it up as a post, since I have no idea the year. But that on my, I think my YouTube page. So if you want to go check that out under my posts. And this was just a clipping out of a book, I suppose. And I think I just liked that it was 1884. I haven't even opened it up yet to see what it was. Okay, I'm here kind of organize things and putting them in the kits where they go, and I had to open this one up, and then when I did, I realized I needed to pop on here and show you, because this is literally a diary from 1884. And so kind of like, a farmer's almanac, but it is a line a day. So the owner, still cold on January 6th, but let's just turn to a random page here. In December, they put a note every day of the year, just a brief something. So S.O. went to town. So this must be initials. Does that say Paul something made a little cooler? So I'll have to take, take a bit to decipher this, but the advertising in here, the great remedy for rheumatism, constipation. I love that they had different colored inks in 1884. Prevention of malaria. So this whole book looks like also an advertisement was put together by this, I don't want to say snake oils company, something kidney wort. Yeah, so cool. So cool. So I will definitely be scanning this. I don't think I will even be tearing this up, but I will scan it and use it in my journaling. Oh, so cool. So just to give you a little peek in there. And then I, sometimes you can find journals that have, photos still in them, or like scrapbook things. A lot of times sellers will take all the photos out and sell them separately, individually. Just depends. I have found books with things still in them before, so. But this was lovely, and I was like, oh, I can use this, use this paper, and I can find ways to use all of it. But, so this was all the things from my $10 sale. I felt so happy for that. And again, I think I can go back next time I see the sign, and they will have the house set up the same way with more, the same types of stuff. Let's see. Okay, I know this is getting long. I will maybe hopefully edit some of that out of my flip through things, but I love to see what people get when they go, thrift shopping. Sometimes I pick things up, I have no idea what they are. Little Red Riding Hood, definitely. Now it's got some damage. It's water damage. I can tell it's been, see if we can part these papers without ripping them. Okay. Doesn't say how old it is. It feels like it's maybe a reproduction. But I do like the illustration, and the pages aren't too bad. You can tell they got a little water damage, but not too bad. And this actually fills, well, $3.95. Doesn't say. But it does feel a little bit like it could have been a reproduction, but maybe not. Maybe it's just been sitting on a shelf for so long, unread. Anyway, so cute. I love that. Always on the lookout for some planting books. One, because I am trying to learn to keep my plants alive. But sometimes they have some really cool, artwork in there. So I have several. Well, that's interesting. Anyway, so I didn't know if I have several houseplant books. Some are specifically for reference for me, but some are because the artwork's great and I will use it for that. This is actually really nice. So we'll see. This one likely, we'll see how this compares to another one I'm using for reference. Because the reference books, you know, this sometimes they got the slick paper. This is really nice paper. It doesn't have the, you know, the plastic covering on all the pages. Okay, so this one, and then I found some magazines. I'm always looking for magazines for, oh, you know, those things you do at the beginning of the year. Where are my words? Vision board things. So whenever, I think I got these at the Salvation Army. I am remembering that. I guess that depending on what color the tag is for the day is whether or not they are having a, you know, 50, 75, 25% off, something like that. This actually looks less vision board and more art. Use it for art journaling. And what else do we have? These can probably be vision board. And then there was a whole box. I did not clear the box out, but there was a whole box of these maps and things. Just some plain, a couple of envelopes. Oh, these are stationery envelopes. These were just sitting by themselves on a shelf. I think he probably just threw those in for, didn't charge me anything for that. But yeah, just some great, again, vintage style advertising. Love that. I used to live in Canada, and that was before you had to have a passport to cross the border, and so we lived right over the border from Vermont. So I had to, you know, I dug through there and I found, I did not take all of the maps in that box, and they were probably a couple for $1. But I did go through there and, you know, find the ones that looked a little older, 77, 78. Another, I'd classify this maybe as advertising. Looks like there are some maps in here. I wonder if this opens up like that. Nope. They just sometimes, some of them fold out, it looks like. Come on, how cool is that? Definitely well loved. Ohio. I also lived in Ohio in high school. That's where my mother's from. Lived there for a while, so I clearly grabbed things that I felt, you know, some kind of connection for. It's kind of a cool map, and again, paper. It's different than maybe some of the maps today. I'm checking to see if there was a year at all on here. No. New York Thruway. This one felt a little, maybe not, maybe I was going to say a little newer. But we can tell. Nelson Rockefeller was our governor, right? So we can probably see what year that was. But come on, look at the colors here. It's paper, so it's just really lovely. This will make a great, you know, page in a journal. I'll use that as page. Another, so there were several of these. So I think someone had collected these at one time. They either lived in New York or drove through New York quite a bit. So there was a couple different style, and there were like a handful of these. You know, I paid whatever 10 cents or 25 cents a map, and you know, you can get these free at the visitor center when you go through the states, but these are vintage, so I'm pretty certain they don't have these at the vintage center anymore. Okay, Governor Cuomo and Mario Cuomo, so the dad of the current running for office, previous governor, running for mayor now of New York City, had been the governor, Andrew Cuomo. Yeah, so this is, I'll have to check what year that was. Some of them just, I guess they don't say, but come on, how cool is this? Huh. Mini tours. I get it, like taking a mini tour. All right. Okay, this paper feels definitely thicker, like presentation paper from the 50s maybe. You know, it's not quite plastic, but it's definitely a thicker type of paper. But come on. Very cool, very cool. So those are the maps. It must have been like, how many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They must have been 4 for $1. And these got tossed in because they were, you know, whatever. So, needless to say, I have done a couple of, you know, shopping, either vintage or antique stores or estate sales, you know, finding some stuff. And I have every intention to sit down and do some journaling and crafting. You know, just life has kept me away from that recently, but we'll see what we can get on, because my current journal is just about full. I have added a little bit more to it since that last video, because I still have a little room in there, but I'm getting antsy to create a new one. So that is on the horizon here pretty soon. And thanks for hanging out with me today and just checking out my vintage antique and thrift haul. All that to say, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I appreciate you so much, and I enjoy you know, getting to know you. And yes, thank you for all the comments and kind words, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.